The history of the Hanging Garden of Babylon. One of the seven wonders of the ancient world from the Hellenic culture was the Hanging Garden of Babylon. The name Babylon, meaning gates of the gods, was the given name to several Mesopotamian cities. People said that there were amazing feat of engineering with series of tiered gardens with many different trees, bushes, and vines that looked like a big green mountain made of mud bricks. It was said to have been built in the old city of Babylon, which was near where Hilan is today in the Iraq province of Babil. The name Hanging Garden comes from the Greek word primatos, which means overhanging. This word has a broader meaning than the English word hanging, and refers to trees that are planted on a raised structure like a terrace.
One story says that King Nebuchadnezzar II of Neo-Babylonian, who ruled from 600 to 500 BC, built the Hanging Garden, the marvel of Manghai Palace, from this medium white queen amethyst because he missed the green hue and variant of her home country. In about 290 BC, the Babylonian priest Babylon wrote about it, and later Josephus used his word to explain it. The legendary queen Semiramis has also been said to have built the Hanging Garden with it, why they have also been called the Hanging Garden of Semiramis.
For the location of the Hanging Garden is the only one of the seven wonders that hasn't been said for sure. There are no Babylon texts left to talk about the garden. The archaeologists hasn't found any solid proof in Babylon. However, there are three ideas that have been put forward to explain this. First is that they were made up and the description were found in ancient Greek and Roman writing, such as those from Strabo, Diodorus, or Sicorus, and many more other writers. Second one is it were existed in Babylon but were destroyed around the 1st century AD. And third, that the legend referred to a well-documented garden that the Aryan king Sana built.
For the appearance of Hanging Babylon, a Babylonian priest of Marduk named Perseus said that the palace had walls that were very high and were held up by stone pillars. Nebuchadnezzar II also planned a place called Pencil Paradise, which was full of many different kinds of trees, to make it look like a country with a mountain for his wife. There were different levels in the garden, and the highest gallery was 50 cubes. The walls were made of brick and were 22 feet thick. The bottoms of the steps were deep enough to let the root of the tree grow, and the garden was watered with water from the nearby Euphrates River. Large amounts of water from the river were pumped up through the pipe in the Hanging Garden.
For irrigation, Stephanie Daly, a professor at Oxford, thinks that the Hanging Gardens of Babylon were the well-known gardens built by the Assyrian king Sennacherib. Daly thinks they were part of an 80 kilometers or 50 miles system of canals, dams, and aqueducts that brought water to Nineveh. Water raising schools were used to bring water to the upper levels of the gardens, and for plants, there may have been cedar, cypress, ebony, pomegranate, plum, rosewood, and other imported plants in the gardens. Some of these plants were hanging from the terraces and covering the walls and arches below.